Hi, what's going on? Hey, everybody. How are you, Stieg?
Um, Mediocre. Also, there's nobody in the chat.
Well, there's going to be. There's going to be, I'm sure.
Has to be.
Curtis just showed up. He just said hello. Hi, Curtis.
Hi.
See, there's somebody there. So I heard there's a cold front heading your way from you just right now.
Yeah, it's that's what they're saying on the weather reports, but sometimes they're wrong. Quite often they're wrong. But they said, yeah, around minus 10 Celsius, maybe more. That's 14 degrees Fahrenheit.
This is why I
So,
moved to Cancun because I can't stand the cold and I used to live in Canada. So I'm very familiar with what you're going through. Ron is
yeah.
here. He says, I'm here. Hi, Ron.
Hi.
And so Zakrat. Hi, Zakrat. Thanks for being here.
It's going to be effectively colder though, because if well, this time of year winds usually come from the north or northeast, so
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
means effectively a lot colder.
Ugh, that's
So
uh, that's really sucky. I hate cold. I hate cold. That's
yeah,
why I moved to the tropics.
further north you live, the colder the northern winds are.
Yep. Hi, Mega Mac. Curtis is asking if I've seen The Expanse today, and not yet. I'm gonna probably watch it either tonight or tomorrow night because I have Infinite Talk with John tonight. Um, and if I have the chance, I'll watch it. If not, I'll watch it tomorrow. But yeah, I'll watch it before I have my stream with Jane, which is on Sunday nights. So I'll be prepared.
How many
Steve,
seasons are there now?
five. We're on season five, and season six is supposed to be the last one. Are you into that show?
I watched season one,
Mm-hmm.
then I got sidetracked with something else and just forgot about it. So I need to rewatch, but I fully intend to watch that show.
It's very good. It's really very good. I can't tell you anything because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but there's a couple of other shows that I'm gonna watch first. I promised Tim, open airlock policy
Mm-hmm.
that I'd give Babylon 5 a go.
Oh my God, Babylon 5 is like one of my favorite sci-fi shows of all time.
Hmm, cool.
It's like it takes a minute to get like into, especially the first season because it's very like it's aged quite a bit now, but it's so good, like storyline and everything like that, like from beginning to the end. And it's one of those shows where it's the author like wrote out the entire thing and then made it. So it's not like everything makes sense. Like everything just falls into place like from the first minute. So that's what's going on with that.
Did you uh, did you ever watch Farscape?
Yeah, no, I didn't because I heard it got canceled and didn't have an ending, and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this.
It has
But
an ending.
yeah, I heard that they apparently made like a movie for an ending, so I'm
A
gonna watch
mini
it now.
it's a mini series. Big win for the fans. Actually, I think they gathered money for it.
Wow, I'm gonna definitely get into that because now that I know it has an ending, I actually found that out recently. I'm gonna definitely get into Farscape. I want to because I like
It
sci-fi.
Yeah, it's like kind of like Firefly mixed with Star Wars.
Yeah, I've heard really good things. Hi, Keck. Hello. And the Inquisitor asks, is he an actual cannibal? Well,
Ooh,
we're gonna find out. We're gonna get into this. This is why I decided to do this stream because I so what happened was I usually go to bed really late at night. You know this about me, Steve, because we always chat really late. Um, and I'm always awake to like 4 or 5 in the morning. But then I went to bed last night at like or at like 11:30, which is really rare for me. And then I woke up this morning and I felt all refreshed and I was like, I'm going to clean my house, which I did. And I'm going to like, chill out and like, have a cup of coffee, chill. I go on Twitter and lo and behold, like one of the first things I see is that apparently Armie Hammer is a freaking cannibal. And I was like, what? What?
Who's Armie Hammer?
Armie Hammer is the guy. Have you ever seen the man from UNCLE?
No.
Okay, well, he's a really hot guy. Here, I'll pull up his picture. He's in a bunch of like British movies. He's like this British actor.
And he's a cannibal.
Apparently he's a cannibal. And I was like, what? I'll tell you the story now because that's what I came to talk about.
Maybe he's looking for some meaty roles.
Jesus Christ. That's him. This is Armie Hammer. I don't know if you recognize him or not. But he's from the man from UNCLE. He was from a bunch of British movies. Yeah, he did most recently. He did Rebecca. I don't know if you're familiar with Rebecca, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. But he did a movie with for that, like the remake, and I watched it. Are you familiar with that movie?
No.
Okay. Well, I watched the remake and it wasn't great. Like it was good because the settings were beautiful and everything was like really nice. But the Alfred Hitchcock movie is just like so much superior to it that I was just like, it was like one of those things. Hi, Josh. Hi. Curtis says, Nina, you were so right about how much the season of The Expanse is waiting for something exciting to happen. Yeah, I know. Like, come on. Let's go. We'll see what happens. I'll see what happens this episode. Hi, Magini. Hi. Yeah, he says Armie Hammer was in 2013 Lone Ranger film with Johnny Depp. Yeah, he was. It's true. Mads Mama Bear's in the house, a.k.a. Mama Bear Doll. Hi. Says, yes, they really exist. Went on a date with a guy who confessed it. Ew.
I hope it wasn't a dinner date and he did the cooking.
Oh my God. No.
It's like, I have to confess something to you. The meal you just ate, that was my postman.
That's so gross. That's like something out of Cannibal. What's his name? Hannibal Lecter. He did that, remember? Oh.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Yeah. That's nope.
She says, LMAO, talk about an awkward first date. That's fucked up, Mads. I don't even know what to say. That is insane. Inquisitor
I picture him showing up at plane crashes and stuff and looking for canned food.
This was literally me today, like after I read that thing on Twitter. I was like, what? Like I was like, ugh, like, ooh, because I thought he was really hot. Like I was one of those girls. I was like, oh, this guy, especially that movie, the one I'm telling you about, Man from UNCLE, is a Guy Ritchie movie, and it's like a spy movie, and he's with Henry Cavill, and him and Henry Cavill together on screen were like, yes, like he was. I was just like, yes, this guy's so hot, and now I'm like,
it's like there's more to him than meets the eye.
This is why I invited you on this stream, because I knew you would make me laugh. Matt says, no, he didn't cook. Well, thank God. Ew, that's so gross. E. Clay, hello, says, do cannibals prefer finger foods? Ew. Well,
Yeah.
apparently this dude asked for a toe. Okay, here, since everyone's like in here now.
He totally did that.
Oh my God, he did. It was so gross. I was like, what?
He was ready to admit defeat.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Like every day it's like something I'm just like, what?
So his date was head over heels in his oven.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, not really, because what happened was this is all conjecture still because he hasn't confirmed and denied anything. But says Armie Hammer's disturbing sexual comments years before Cannibal and rape fantasy DMs leaked.
Uh, Rape, fantasy, and cannibalism. So he fucks his food and eats it.
It's worse. It's worse. The actor, the actor 34 called himself a dominant lover in 2013 chat years before he alleged DMs about cannibalism, BDSM, and this fantasies were leaked. Army has been trending since the weekend when anonymous account House of Effie, more like House of What the F, alleged that she had a 4-year affair with him. She shared a series of photos and disturbing messages Army allegedly sent to her and other women while still married to his wife, Elizabeth Chamber, who he has 2 children with. Gross. One message reads, "I'm 100% a cannibal," while others talked about drinking blood, cutting off toes, and having slaves. While the screenshots have left many fans shocked, that was me. I was like, what the fucking actual fuck is this? Army has been open about his sex life in the past interviews. Gross. Ew. I can never look at this guy the same way again. The Call Me by Your Name star said he likes grabbing women by the neck and hair during sex, which, okay, that's whatever. Well, if you're married to a feminist as I am, then I don't know how much we can put here without my parents being embarrassed, but I used to like to be a dominant lover. Again, like, who cares? People are into like rough stuff, like whatever. I'm not going to judge you if you're into like some BDSM crap. This isn't BDSM. Like when you're talking about eating people and like cutting off their toes and like taking their hearts and stuff like that shit, that's like next level. I like the grabbing of the neck and the hair and all that, but then you get married and your sexual appetite change. Ew.
Appetites, poor choice of words.
Oh my god. Ew. 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 And I mean that for the better. It's not like I'm suffering in any way, but you can't
he probably meant starving.
Ew. 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 Oh my God. Okay. So like he basically, let me see if I can find, yeah. Okay. Here we go. So like he basically, these are like some of the texts. You just live to obey and be my slave. I will owe you. That's my soul, my brain, my spirit, my body. Would you come and be my property till you die? If I wanted to cut off one of your toes and keep it with me in my pocket, so I always had a piece of you in my possession. Ooh. That's so gross.
Yeah, that's
So gross. But I want to talk. I feel like the same way you are on one side of the slave spectrum, I am on the other side of the master spectrum, and I can't even imagine another slave. I literally had multiple slaves when he said this lie. I don't even want one. I would never feel strongly, too drunk and honest. You are mine and I am yours, no matter what happens. And we've tested them to the extreme, blah, blah, blah. He said something about cutting off somebody's heart too. I was like, what?
yeah.
I decide when you eat and when you sleep, I don't know, when you use the bathroom. Ew, ew, ew. This guy is messed up. This article continues. One chick tried to stab me when we were having sex. Oh my God, ew. I can't even read this anymore, but it's like this guy is messed up. Like that is so weird. Okay, let me see here. Mega Max says Armie Hammer was cast as Batman in George Miller's version of Justice League. Ew. I'm so glad he's not Batman, because I would be like, no.
He sounds more like Killer Croc.
No kidding, right? This is from The Sun. The Sun doesn't have a big reputation. I understand, but there's other sources.
Yeah. He's right about The Sun though. That's shit.
That's true. It is. I agree. But I have other sources. This was all like Bounding into Comics covered it. That's where I saw it first. And then There's other sides, and now his wife is apparently coming to say that, like like his ex-wife says exclusive. He appears to be a monster. Armie Hammer's estranged wife is shocked and sickened by the actor's kinks of rape fantasies and BDSM cannibalism as she believes the women stepping forward.
Well, to be fair though, it could be his old talk, and I don't think he has eaten humans, right?
I don't think so either. But also, to be fair, his account could be hacked. I don't know, because there's no confirmation to any of this. So I'm not really sure if this person was, I don't know, like maybe this person was a really scorned person that tried to do this to him. I don't know, somehow hacked his
Yeah,
account.
he's messed up. He has an eating disorder. Just-
Oh my God. It's just so weird. Soul Assassin's like, what the hell? Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, what the actual fuck is going on here? Like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe this. Hi, Kai. Hi, Kai. Oh my God. Moot Point says, wonder if she has all her souls.
yeah.
Ooh. So gross. Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah.
listen, if we don't even know, because we haven't seen any responses either. This is all just like a string of texts that he sent her. Now we don't know if this was a mutual thing or not, because she could be into it. People are weird. Like I understand that, like she could be into that. And people are like, they have weird kinks and whatever. It's just that, like, when it gets to like for example with me, like I used, like, not that I fantasize about this guy, but this guy's like he's like a sexualized person who, like, kind of like Henry Cavill. You're like, oh, this guy's really good looking. Or like Aquaman, what's his name? I always forget his name.
Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa. You're like, oh, this guy's really hot. And then all of a sudden you find out this stuff and you're like, like, no, dude, this is gross. Like, I mean, DMs equals disturbing messages. Yeah, that's gross. And I mean, like, I get it that it's like, your DMs are your private life and everything like that. But when you're a public figure and then it turns out that you're like, you might be a weirdo monster that does this kind of weird shit, it takes a whole different meaning. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm not into this.
Yeah, this bit of news was too much to swallow.
I woke up to this and I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, I don't even know. Mama says, if this is true, I'm seriously questioning her sanity for still talking to him after he admitted it. I know, right? Like, I mean, who is this woman? She had a 4-year affair with him, like 4 years. I mean, clearly she was into it, or at least some of it. And again, I'm not going to judge people for having like BDSM, like weird fantasies, like sexual whatevers. Like, that's your own business. Like, that's your personal business. But when it crosses like the line to cannibalism, it's just gross, man. Like, that's just gross. Like, ugh. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So by chill stream, you meant frozen food?
We have other things to talk about. It's not just this weirdo cannibal guy. I'm just like, ugh. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That sucks that you lost power. I lost power here. Oh my God. I bet it was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I lost power here for like 3 days when the hurricane happened. That's no fun. Josh says Momoa had rape fantasies as well. Maybe that was fake, but I heard that a few years ago. Oh, don't tell me that. No. That's so gross. I've never heard that before, though. And also, like, I mean, okay, it's one thing to have weirdo, like this kind of fantasies, but like having like people eating fantasies, like, it's like, dude, no. Ugh. No, they're all bad. That's bad too. Oh, these people are messed up. You know what it is too? It's like Holly weird. There's like a whole sect of people that are into that kind of thing. Like, you know, this kind of stuff, like eating people and all that shit, like devil worshiping and all that kind of weirdness. That's why like Hollywood's weird now. Like, I mean, it's been weird for a while, but like, it's just like when you find that kind of weird, dark stuff about it, you're like, okay, this is like kind of like next level.
Yeah, this is beyond the levels. This is yeah.
Yeah, it's like some necromancy shit. You're like, this isn't cool. Like, no. Um, Soul Assassin says, in the words of Christy, that boy needs Jesus.
Yeah.
I
And
know.
he needs regular grits.
Ew.
No, Christy's a huge fan of grits.
I know, but it's like for him, grits means a totally different thing, probably. Oh, that's so gross. Can you Yeah, we can see your posts, Curtis. Oh my God. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, this isn't cool. And I just had to go live and talk about it because I feel like this is like it's just like one thing after another with these Holly weird people. And he's not even a Holly weird person. He's British. So it's like even Britain people are weird.
Oh yeah.
Like it takes a like I always think like it takes a level of like psychoness to want to be a politician and go into politics because you have to be like, willing to lie and, do all that kind of stuff. And then like I'm starting to realize that you really need to have a level of psychoness to be an actor as well, because actors are kind of like psycho anyway, because they're like, they have to pretend to be somebody else, and that's kind of a psycho trait. And then they have like these like the more famous you get, the more you kind of sell your soul to become famous. Like you do certain things and you hang out with a certain crowd to get to where you are. There's like all these weird conspiracy theories about, like, for example, Tom Hanks and how he got like famous. Like at one point in his career, he like went really into like he became like super famous because he basically became part of that crowd, like the devil worshiping crowd and stuff like that. I don't know if I believe all that, but he does have a lot of weird connections to the Illuminati and all that crap. So I'm like, I don't know. Like all these people creep me out. And now Armie
Yeah.
Hammer.
Yeah. Don't stick your dick in Hollywood.
No, like really. It's such a dark world. And then like you kind of hear about, like when we started hearing about that whole like the Me Too movement with what was that fat dude's name?
Weinstein?
Weinstein. Yeah, like how Weinstein was so gross and he was like, raping girls and like doing all that. And Cosby, like Bill Cosby was doing all that kind of weird stuff too.
Yeah, they just closed their eyes to that one for a while.
Yeah, but there's so much stuff like that going on that we don't even know about, and it's like even darker. So you're like, this is so like I don't know, this is so weird. Jack Jackelman says, you had me at Cannibal. Oof, oof, oof. Luciferian entertainment puppets that sold out to the beast system. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like really dark stuff. Like I know like there's another rumor about like somebody else that's like that is Lady Gaga. And like she like totally like sold to like the beast or whatever. And she became like super famous like right after that. And like there's pictures of her at like this party with, I forget what that lady's name is, but they're like they're eating a cake that's like human body shaped, and like they're just like really weird people, man. And I mean weird in like the darkest sense of the word possible. I know we all need aluminum hats. I feel like I need an aluminum hat on standby all the time because I'm a constant conspiracy person. I wear it as a badge of honor now, though. I feel like I definitely, you know, I don't care. I don't care if people think I'm a conspiracy theorist person.
I just want every episode in the X-Files to be true.
You know, most of it probably is. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so weird. Yeah, Curtis. Most actors are psychologically as messed up as strippers.
Yeah,
I think
strippers are
even more so.
a stripper being bipolar. Really?
Oh my god. Jacqueline says, "Oh, Bill Cosby was good friends with Hugh Hefner, as in we all know that he dipped long and hard into the Playboy Mansion honeypot." Ew, gross. Yeah. I mean, probably. They're all just really gross. Let me see if I can find that picture because I was when I see that stuff, I was like, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, there was some stuff about that lady a while ago. I remember she was in the news for a bit because Satanism and all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you and John talked about it.
I think we did. Oh, I did find it. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on freaking. This is so gross. But they do weird stuff. Okay, here. I'll quickly share this image. But this is a cake, okay, people? Like this is a cake. It's not an actual person, or so we think. So they had like they have these parties and then they like, you know, eat cakes that are like made out of people and like they're like they literally look like people and then they like cut them up and then they like feed on it and it's really gross. And all these celebrities, like, look, there's Gwyneth Paltrow, like with the cake and everything like that.
Well, that's not Paltrow. That's Gwen Stefani.
I mean, Gwen Stefani. Sorry, Gwen Stefani. And they do this like Lady Gaga was at this party. There's a lot of different celebrities at this party. They do this kind of stuff all the time. So this is not like one of those things where I'm like shocked that Armie Hammer is into this. It's just like it gets you because you're like just another one of these people that are like just so dark and annoying and you're like like
it's kind of it's different when it gets confirmed, right?
yes, exactly and you kind of like had a crush on him or something and then you were like this is so gross, like it makes you feel so like icky because you're like, oh man, I thought this guy was cute, and now I'm like, this is so gross.
Yeah,
Alex says, hi from Spain. What the fuck?
he'll just treat you as a piece of meat.
Oh my god, Steeg, he will. It's so gross. Alex says, hi from Spain. What the fuck? I know. I'm sorry. I found out Armie Hammer might be a cannibal, and I was like, what? I really like. It was highly disturbing. And I was just like, this isn't cool. This isn't cool. I need to talk about this. Moot Point says EMF hats are socially acceptable these days. Well, yeah, in a way, but at the same time, they're not because apparently the FBI thinks that conspiracy theorists are domestic terrorists now. So, like, if you admit it, then yeah, that's not good. Soul Assassin says, I wouldn't doubt some Hollywood folk sold their souls to do some evil things. Yeah, they're gross. They're gross. It's just like some of them do like next level things, and you're like, how do I live on this planet? It's so dark. Franco's here. Hi, Franco. Good afternoon to you. Although it's, I'm sorry, the stream is a little gross so far because Armie Hammer is gross. But so like his ex-wife has come out and says that she doesn't doubt that he's into that shit and that she believes the women.
It's odd that she doesn't know for sure, though.
It is odd that she doesn't know for sure, right? Because what if, like, if you've been married to someone, you know a lot about them, right?
Yeah,
Like, I would think, unless he's like
yeah,
really hiding it. Like, what is he, Batman? Like,
yeah. She probably had breakfast with him every day.
oh God.
Surely she would know if, hey, that's not oatmeal, that's a foot.
Oh my God, it's so gross. I hate people. Oh my God. Okay, let's see what this says. Let's see what this let's see what her excuse is, because I'm actually curious. I didn't read this. So it says the insider claims that one of the women who contacted Chambers about her experience with Hammer was left so traumatized that she entered an intense rehab and therapy program because of his emotional and maybe physical abuse. They added he preyed upon her when she was coming out of the relationship. He made her feel very uncomfortable. The things he wanted to do made her very scared. The graphic Instagram DMs that Hammer allegedly penned to a woman, including talk of rapes, fantasies, BDSM, and cannibalism. In one of the messages, the actor alleged writes to the woman, "I'm 100% cannibal and I want to eat you." Though the messages are unverified, that's the key here. They are unverified. We don't know if that's him or not. House of Effie
Yeah,
attempted,
it could be someone just pretending to be him.
yeah, like
Yeah.
or his account got hacked or something. I don't know, but he hasn't said anything. Like I would come out immediately and be like, "Dude, I'm not a cannibal." Like what?
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to talk with your mouth full.
House of Effie attempted to prove their authenticity by sharing private photos alleged to be from Hammer. One includes an undated photo that seems to be sent from Hammer's official Instagram account, where he grabs his neck, presumably to imitate choking himself. That's this one right here. Um, Another photo is of a male's hands splayed out across a script on a wooden table and purports to have been sent from Hammer's Instagram account. And an undated message visible on the man's ring finger is a small tattoo. Notably, Hammer has a similar looking tattoo on his finger, having previously had Chambers' initial inked on his ring finger shortly after they married in October 2010. They also supplied voice messages where a man purported to be Hammer described his sexual fantasies and speaks about the message in question. Gross. This is all very gross. House of Effie explained she initially shared the video that referenced her alleged affair with Hammer. This person had an affair with this guy for 4 years. Okay, I'm pretty sure if they were into like eating stuff, they ate it together. Prompting other women to come forward and their stories to go viral. The user wrote, "Women approached me with their affair stories as we talked, overwhelmed with grief for days and nights without sleeping or eating, with some ending up in the ER. We collectively decided we have to speak out after how we were treated and seeing how the women in 2020 were being treated by him. We cannot allow more women to endure what we were going through in the future." The accuser claims that the woman that Hammer allegedly was having affairs with recently united and were able to piece together a 5-year timeline of his alleged activity. They concluded that when Hammer has a fight with his wife, he'd reach out to his kitten, and when they had a fight the next day, he would just reach out to his other kitten with the same message. Naturally, all fights revolving around Hammer's bad treatment of women. It's unclear how many women are behind the allegations. During this time period, Hammer was still married to Chambers. they are parents to 2 children, daughter Harper 6 and son Ford 3. Oh God, it's always sad when they have children.
I'm
And a number,
thinking. I'm thinking he did all this because it certainly looks like it, right?
Mhm.
There's like overwhelming evidence at this point, unless everything is faked. But I also think there's a bunch of women there that smell money.
I also think so. I mean, I think that there's some truth to it. I don't know if it's all true, but I think there's some truth to it, unfortunately, because these people are weird. In a number of alleged messages, Hammer appears to reference Chambers, blah, blah, blah. We read these earlier. This is gross. In an exchange via Facebook in April 2017, Chambers is brought up again. A woman asks, "Did you fix that problem?" And when Hammer quizzes, "What problem?" she replies, "The fuck your wife so she lets shit go problem?" Hammer answers back, "Ha ha ha, not yet, but I bought a something pill for tomorrow night just to make sure I seal the deal." Oh God. They bumped her from the first class and we didn't even sit next to each other. Another message from Instagram dated Christmas Day 2019. The accuser claims she told Hammer's wife about their alleged affair. Hammer allegedly writes, "As long as you fucking promise never to do anything like that again." One of Hammer's exes writes, Jessica Sinison Henriquez has spoken out saying she believes the shocking messages are real, and later wrote, "It takes an army to hide a predator," in reference to the allegations. How has it taken this long for it to come out if it's true? Like, I don't understand how these women can just go on and like deal with this. Like, that's so
And
gross.
how did they find each other?
Like through Instagram, I guess. Because I think like this Effie person put out the stuff, and then all these women were like, "Oh yeah, like we went out with him too, and he's a freak, and he abuses us and wanted to eat us and stuff like that."
Hmm.
If you're still questioning whether or not those Armie Hammer DMs are real, this is what she tweeted on Monday. If you're still questioning whether or not those Hammer DMs are real, and they are, maybe you should start questioning why we live in a culture willing to give abusers the benefit of the doubt instead of victims. See, okay, and that herein lies the problem, because you have women who have come out in 2020 with the hashtag Me Too thing and literally ruined people's careers, people's livelihoods, and it turned out it was all fake. Like, and these are the women that do a disservice to movements like the Me Too movement, because they're just lying. They're liars, and they just want money, or they just want fame. Like, most famously, that woman Zoe Quinn, who ended up basically indirectly killing somebody, because that guy killed himself because of her bullshit.
Yeah, and she
So
got protected too. She got a job at DC, didn't she?
yeah, yeah, and like these big companies like protect them, and it's just like, well, this is why they're like these. First of all, most people that like this happens to, they don't come out, but this is why the culture questions them, because of people like Zoe Quinn, because they come out and they lie through their teeth because they're psychotic, and they ruin people's lives. And so you have to question everybody. You can't just believe everybody and what they say. So in some ways, that's why like immediately when I read this, I was like, is this real? Like, yeah, I don't want to believe it, even though there is precedence. Like, it's like those pictures I just showed earlier with those people like eating that weird body cake. And I know like the satanic stuff that goes on in Hollywood. There is that dark side to all of this, but of course we're going to question things, because these other women have ruined it for everybody else. Yeah, so this is weird. Henriquez, who was pictured on a date with Hammer on August 31st, later took to Instagram to add, "It takes an army to hide a predator. Behind every abuser is a team of people working hard to cover up their of the trail." Sometimes, because especially if they're powerful, yes, but on an everyday psychopath level, I've read a lot of stuff about psychopaths because I was really interested in psychology. Not all the time. Some of them, especially if they're good psychopaths, they don't need anyone to cover their trails because, well, like if you're a powerful person, yes, but like if you're just like an everyday person, then no. You're just good at lying. You're just good at getting away with it. Like you're just good at covering your own tracks. Most of these people are very like they're like pathological liars, and they like literally can keep track of how many lies they tell. So they know how like what to say, when to say it, what lie they've told to this person. That some of them keep notes about what lies they've told to which person in their life and blah blah blah. It's very complex. Like psychopathy is a very complex issue. So yeah, when they're powerful, yeah, of course they have teams of people trying to protect them. Sometimes they pay those people because they're called like PR people, especially if you're an actor. You will pay to cover stuff up. The writer reportedly blocked Hammer on social media shortly after the August meeting. It's unclear how long they dated. Henriquez previously posted a meme to Twitter that showed a picture of her with Hammer bearing the caption, "How It Started," alongside a screenshot showing Hammer's blocked account with the words, "How It's Going." The post uploaded on October 30th. Another woman Hammer was recently said to be dating, model Paige Lorenze, tweeted Sunday, "Anyone got a good therapist?" as the messages were first leaked. Henriquez responded to the post the following day, telling Lorenz, "Yeah, girl, I'll send you the number," accompanied with a wink face emoji. See, that's weird. Like, that's weird, okay? I'm sorry, but it is.
That's not the words of someone who's shocked and abused.
Exactly. That is not, like, it would be something that you would do privately. You will message someone and be like, "Yes, I have a number for a therapist," not followed by a winking face emoji, because it's fucking serious shit. Like if you've been abused and if you're messed up because somebody like was being this cruel to you and talking about like rape fantasies and like cannibalism and stuff like that to you, you're gonna be messed up. It's not a fucking joke. A request to comment sent to Lorenz's publicist has not yet been returned. House of Effie also shared a clip from an interview posted by Netflix in November 2020, where he declares that his dream dinner guest would be Marquis de Sade, a French philosopher and author whose work helped coin the term sadist to describe sexual cruelty. He was known for his libertine sexuality, and his works depicted sexual fantasies which include a heavy focus on violence, suffering, and anal sex. Hammer, best known for his acclaimed role in the 2017 Call Me By Your Name, has appeared in recent films including The Basis of Sex, Sorry to Bother You, and the upcoming Death on the Nile. So anyways, it's crazy. I don't even know what to believe anymore. It's just like some of the stuff is like pretty freaking nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's looks like he's guilty though.
It does look pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his career is over.
Connor says you spelled Gina wrong. Well, oops. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just, I'm so disturbed by this Armie Hammer business that I forgot how to spell Gina Carano. So that's what happened. I was so freaking disturbed because I don't know, this stuff really messes you up. You're like, what? Is this really happening right now? Boy, that's gross. Let me see if there's anybody else in the chat that's talking about. Let me see some of the comments here. Hi, Yeti Cast. Thanks for being here. Alex says, haha, still refuse to believe it. I know. I kind of like it's hard though, you know? Like I kind of want to not believe it, but at the same time, I'm like, I mean, like I said, I really I don't trust any actors. Honestly, like whenever like I hear weird stuff about actors, I'm like, yeah, it's probably true because of all this weird like satanic stuff that they're into. Like I'm like, I watched this documentary once. I forget what it's called. Thanks to John Talks. I watched this documentary once that was recommended to me on his channel, and it was about the dark side of Hollywood, and it was by this guy who was a what's it called? Those people who a stuntman. He was a stuntman, and he kind of like he was in the industry for like a really long time, and somehow he basically came across basically those kind of people, and then he was like, what the, and he ended up like basically quitting being a stuntman and all the stuff because he realized he was in a really really dark world, and he realized that he was surrounded basically, so he like quit his job and everything like that. And then you hear stuff like that, the whole Epstein thing, and then you're like this stuff is really weird. So I don't know. I never know what to believe anymore. Remember when I said I'll eat you last? Soul assassin. Oh my god. Alex says, no, this can't be true. I know. It's so gross. It's so gross. I don't even know what to say. Soul assassin says money and power usually plays a part in keeping folks quiet. Once that power slips, money stops coming in, and there's nothing. Yeah. Well, for powerful people, yeah, but for regular psychos, not so much because they don't have the money to hire.
Ever noticed that the celebrities got extra screamy about Trump when Epstein got arrested?
Yeah.
It's almost like they wanted it all to go away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like some weird stuff going on over there. Dean is here. Hi, Dean. Thanks for being here. Were we just talking about Armie Hammer being a cannibal, and it's really gross. Yeti Cat says Hollywood attracts the worst type of people. It really does. It really does. Franco Blondie says Disneyland to start mass vaccination site this week. Yeah, I heard about that. So they're not even opening the doors to like Disneyland, but they're becoming like the one of the like Orange County's biggest vaccination centers. So it's gonna be like it's kind of sad. It's like Disneyland's.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Disneyland, just the people you'd trust with a needle.
Oh my god. Yes, Yeti Cast. Out of the Shadows is the name of that documentary. If you guys want your mind kind of like, if you want to go down this really dark path of like what the F, Out of the Shadows is the documentary that I was talking about this guy, the stuntman, and what he discovered about like the dark side of Hollywood. That is it's messed up, man. It's messed up. Mega Man says, Nina, what is the name of the Hollywood documentary? What Yeti Cast said. Out of the Shadows. And it's up. It really like it makes you think though. You're like, oh, like I can never look at a lot of the celebrities the same after I've watched that. And I never believe anything I hear anymore. I'm like, oh, you guys are all into like some weird ass shit. I can't pronounce this person's name. Chiselamson 94. The woman really be expecting everyone to immediately believe someone is a cannibal? What? Yeah, no, I mean, I don't necessarily believe it right away. I just think that there's too many weird coincidences, and I just think that celebrities are messed up. So like I just wouldn't be surprised if it's the case. I think it's weird. I honestly don't know how he would ever come back from this, whether it's true or not. That's gross. Hi, Ruthie. Hey.
Hi, Cooking with Ruthie.
Yeah, Cooking with Ruthie. That's yeah. That's an interesting name for this conversation. Franco says vaccinations in the land of make-believe plus free teacup rounds after the jab. They're not open. They're not open yet. They're just using their facilities, like their giant, massive parking lot and stuff like that to jab people. But I don't think the parks are not open. They're just using it as the facilities. Cool. I'm gonna go look up right now Out of the Shadows. Yeah. I think it's on YouTube. Unless they took it down, because you know how like they went through a purge recently. They may have taken it down. But I saw it on YouTube. Josh says, I believe Disneyland is in its own nation state with its own constitution, similar to the Vatican. That's crazy to me. They do have rules, and yeah, it is similar in a way because they have their own jail. They have their own like kind of like laws and stuff like that. The Simpsons made fun of that. It's pretty funny. Kai says, that's been a silver lining to 2020. Made it very transparent where a lot of celebrities actually stand and what they believe. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Polly. Hi. Says, hail to Nina and the Viking. Yes. Hello to you, sir. Megamax says, some other great documentaries you might like are Searching for Sugarman, Man on Wire, and Icarus. I've seen Man on Wire. It's great. I've never seen Sugarman and Icarus, but Man on Wire is great. That was fun. That was a fun watch. So yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here to talk about? There's the Gina Carano thing, which I actually haven't read into too much, but I heard that I heard this, and I really like Jon Favreau. Now, as you guys know, I don't watch The Mandalorian, as some of you may know, I should say. I don't watch The Mandalorian. I'm not into Disney Star Wars. I think Disney Star Wars is trash. I'm just not ready to get back into Star Wars. Even if, it's good right now. I don't want to have my, the rug pulled out from under me. I'm not ready yet. Viral today says we need to be more accepting towards cannibals. No, man, no, that's gross. I'm not interested. Not interested in any of that. Franco says, I liked it better when I didn't know how insane celebrities are. I know. Sometimes it's like ignorance is bliss. I feel like I shouldn't know certain things. I really do think about that sometimes. I wish I didn't know certain things. This is why they say, like, kids should stay as innocent as, as long as possible, because once you get into certain levels of the darkness, it's bad. It's bad. And I remember when my mom, and like, I was one of those kids that really I wanted to grow up fast. I was like one of those kids that really was like, I want to grow up. Like I want to know everything. And then my mom and a lot of my cousins, my older cousins and everyone used to always tell me, like, don't try and grow up too fast. Like you don't know how good it is to be a kid and have innocence. And I was like, no, I want, like, you guys just don't want me to stay up late. And like, I want to grow up. And now I deeply regret that. Like, I really wish that I had stayed innocent a little while longer. This episode of Good News started with a dark tone. Hey, this isn't good news. This isn't Good News Friday. This is me just needing to talk about how weird Hollywood is for a minute. Don't worry. Good News Friday is still happening. Good News Friday is still happening. Definitely this week because I need to, cleanse the palate of knowing how up this world is. Jesus. Chips that I can't read your name. Just blah 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 94 says, yeah, not you. I mean that woman that was one of his exes, with her saying about our society not immediately believing accusers. Yeah, I understand. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I mean that was one of his exes too. It's like what? Viral Today says they're people too, even if they eat them. Ew, no, man, I'm not into that. I'm sorry. No. That's like I was hearing this thing about how like pedos are like they want to make it so that they're going to be part of the alphabet crew or something like that, like in a few years, like that somebody's was theorizing that in a few years that the pedos are going to be like part of the alphabet crew. And I was like, and it's like this fringe group that's trying to make them acceptable within that crowd. And I'm like, fuck no, like they're messed up. Like those, like no, like that is so bad. Like those people are not human. Like,
and these are the people that never get banned from Twitter.
Exactly.
And I got banned for making a joke about skanky hoes.
I know, and calling somebody a bimbo.
Yeah, she was a bimbo. That got me 7 days though. But the skanky hoe comment, right? I was replying to something Christy had posted about a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Some 20-year-old surviving on an island or whatever. And I said, those skanky hoes won't survive anywhere without their cell phones.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's all I said. And my Twitter got completely nuked.
That's so crazy. Yeah, and then there was this one guy, I forget his name. It's good that I don't even remember. But anyways, this one guy, he was like stalking some of the ladies in the Phantom Menace, including Mary Mayhem and a bunch of other people. And it turned out that he like literally had like an arrest record, and he was totally into like the pedo thing. And
yeah, that guy was a psycho.
Yeah, he was a psycho, and Twitter wouldn't ban that guy for months. Like I remember, like I was reporting his tweets for like months because he was such a psycho, and he was like saying the most messed up stuff.
I got banned from Twitter less than a minute after I made the skanky hoe joke.
That's crazy.
Couldn't appeal it either.
That's so crazy.
And then Christy replies to it and calls whoever works at Twitter an effing C word and all that. She didn't get anything. So stay the hell away from Christy's Twitter. Never reply.
I do stay away from her. And then that's the other thing too, is like I was laughing the other day because one of the guys I follow, Zuby, he's like, because you know how like they're going through a purge of especially like conservative accounts and stuff. He's like, oh, I'm gonna like make sure that they don't purge my account. Like I updated my bio, and he put like she, her, like in his account. And I was like, this is what I tell Steve to do all the time. I was like, you need to put she, her in your account, and then nobody will touch you because you'll be like a protected class. And then you can say the C word all the time, and you can call everybody a skanky hoe, and they won't care because you're a she, her now. Soul Assassin says, I remember that stalker. Dude was nuts. Yeah, he was crazy. And like they didn't even care. They just like let him be a crazy person for months. Until he finally got banned after a while, but it was because somebody, I think it was Lady Gravemaster, started to like pursue legal action against Twitter. And then like they banned him immediately after she did. And she was like, I'm gonna like, like actually like file a suit against you and stuff like that. And then they like banned him immediately. But it shouldn't have to take that long to ban like a pedo guy with like actual criminal record. Like it was weird. But how I got to this conversation is that because you say there are people too, I don't believe that people with such incredible psychological issues, such as pedos and like cannibals and stuff like that, should ever be accepted in society. I just don't. I don't think that they should.
Personally, I think castration is what should be done, but that's personal opinion. Does not reflect the views of the channel.
No, I mean, I kind of agree, but it doesn't. Darren, hi, what's up? Yeah. So anyways, other stuff that we were going to talk about on lighter side of things is Gina Carano.
It's less filling.
Yeah, less filling, and also just like lighthearted, more lighthearted. And especially because, as you know, well, I don't follow The Mandalorian, and I don't really care. I don't even watch the show. But I do like Gina Carano because of the fact that she stands up for fandom and the fact that she, stands up for what she believes in.
She's normal.
Yeah, she's a normal human being, for the lack of a better word. Yeah, she's a normal human being, and I like that. She's not a psycho celebrity that eats people. I really would be surprised if she was one of those people. Cavitania Chess says, what did the Lone Ranger do? Oh, honey, we talked about this for like an hour now. You're going to have to rewind, but he might be a cannibal, basically.
Yep.
That's long story short. Dean says, are you a cannibal if you chew your nails? Ew. Ooh. No, I don't think so. Because it's a dead skin as part of you. And you're just like, I mean, I think it's a terrible habit. And like, honestly, it drives me nuts when people do it. Like one of my really good friends does it. And like every time I'm sitting next to her, I like slap her hand from her mouth. Cause I'm like, dude, that's gross. Like stop doing that. Viral Today says easier to digest. Gross. That's gross. Okay. All right. So anyways, moving on to the next topic. Jon Favreau rumored to be protecting the Mandalorian actor Gina Carano from being fired. What's new? A new rumor claims that the Mandalorian executive producer Jon Favreau is protecting actress Gina Carano from others inside Lucasfilm who want her fired. This new rumor comes from...
Actually, this is not news. I mean, we've seen people who work for Disney. So a lot of those High Republic writers have called for her to be fired. This is 2 or 3 months too late, this article, because it's been all over Twitter.
I think this is along the same lines that you're talking about. But also, like, I guess other people now want her fired.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The thing with Star Wars rumors, though, and I've learned this over the last 2-3 years. Take rumors with a big grain of salt, because how many times has Kathleen Kennedy been confirmed being fired?
Yeah,
right?
Being confirmed, like to be like the contract's gonna be up soon or whatever. Yeah, that's not happening. Hey, DJ.
It's always contacts in Hollywood that say it.
It's true. DJ says she can't get fired. It'll be a shitstorm on social media. That's true, because a lot of people like her. Terminus asks hello, says, if Armie Hammer eats a woman after she gives him head, that would make him a hammerhead shark. Gross, Terminus. I mean, that was a good pun, but gross. So anyways, this new rumor comes from DW Pro, Pirates and Princesses, and follows months of Twitter activists and even Lucas employees targeting Carano, which that's true. They have been. Twitter activists claiming to be. I can't believe this is even a thing. Like Twitter activists. Like what the hell kind of world do we live?
That's the laziest activism you can do. You make a tweet. Yeah, that's
I'll show them with my tweet.
Yeah, and all my 200 followers will see it.
Like some of them is not even 200. It's like 10, like even barely. Like it's like I've seen sometimes, and that's the other thing that drives me crazy is like there's certain people, which I'm not going to name, but like certain people and like YouTubers and stuff like that, they'll like quote tweet these people and they'll start like having a war with these people, and like you click on their profile and there's like the person like literally made their account that day, like 0 followers, like 0 following, or like they have like 5 followers, and you're like, why are you talking to these people? They're like it's Twitter activists.
I think usually it's someone's alt account, but they don't have the balls to use their main account to do it.
Yeah, but either way though, like it's like I just feel like stop giving attention to these idiots. Twitter activists claiming to be the Mandalorian fans have been after Gina Carano for months. Back in August 2020, they accused the former Strike Force fighter of racism after she shared an anti-Yahtzee photo. Carano simply shared the photo. Okay, this is old news.
Yeah, it's really old news.
This is old news. We know this. We know this bounding into comics. What is the new? Why is she being protected now? Following this, multiple began accusing her of racism. Yet we know this, though. Okay, is there anything new? Blah blah blah. These Twitter activists would not be deterred. They would try to get Carano fired by trending hashtag fire Gina Carano. This is again really old news. Blah blah blah.
I think we're gonna see a lot more cancel culture this year and in the coming years.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think a certain group of people get emboldened when the president of the United States can get canceled.
I mean, that's also true. And like, entire platforms are coming down. WDW Pro claims that Carano would indeed be fired if she wasn't working on The Mandalorian under Favreau. If Carano was employed in any other part of Lucasfilm, she'd be gone, and she would have been let go long ago. While WDW Pro does insinuate that Favreau is currently protecting Carano, he does question on whether or not he can continue to do so. He writes, "The question now is whether or not Favreau can protect her. She's an integral part of his series, and firing her would essentially indicate that conservatives can be purged from Hollywood in a step beyond what we've already seen, blacklisting." Well, I mean, that's not, I don't know. I feel like that could definitely happen in this day and age. Like, because of exactly what you just said, like what's happening with the president and everything like that. And Hollywood being so far left that like I could see them just firing her because she's a Republican or whatever. What do you make of this latest rumor? I think that I don't know. I think it's a crock of shit, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is.
If she gets canceled, I would not be surprised, because this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
It's not right to cancel her, but by any means. But still, I would not be shocked if it happens.
Darren says
I
Twitter.
think though.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think people need to think a bit about Twitter, because in the United States there's 65 million active Twitter accounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you remove all the alt accounts, all the joke accounts, all the business accounts, and all that, you're probably cutting that in half. And then how many on Twitter follow Star Wars? You know, you can probably reduce that to a third.
Probably.
You know? Yeah, and then you have how many of them even follow this stuff, or even follow, hashtags like the Fandom Menace, or the woke people that are wanting more LGBTQ stuff in Star Wars and all that. If you do the numbers and stuff, all of those things shrink to small echo chambers. And I don't think Lucasfilm or Disney pays too much attention to that, because let's say all of the woke people that are trying to cancel Carano, let's say all of them boycott the next Star Wars movie. It's not even going to make a dent in the earnings of that movie.
It's not. I agree.
Let's say they manage to boycott, 10 million income for that movie, right? But even the bad Star Wars movies, except Solo, have grossed more than $1 billion. So 10 million or something, it's not even going to make a dent. They're not going to care.
No, I mean,
that
I
goes
agree.
for the other side too. If everyone in and around the Fandom Menace says, "Oh, we're going to boycott," it's not that many people.
It's really not that many people. But like, also, I mean, I agree with you that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets canceled, but simply because of where we're at in the state of things, like because of what DJ's saying here. Trump was only the first. This now means they can remove anyone. And I think that that's exactly what this is like building towards. Like, that if you don't like someone's politics, or if you don't like, what they're saying.
AOC was pushing to get people who had supported Trump expelled from Congress, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, they like, and I don't want to get too political here, but they were like, I heard that they were talking about, like, they made lists and they wanted lists to go after people. I was like, oh my God, this is such communist stuff. But like, yeah, but like, generally speaking, though, I think that this means that they can go after anybody, like, including actors. I mean, actors are fair game, like, especially if you have that, like, if you're on that other side of politics, and like, if they don't like what you're saying, or if they don't like how you're saying it, then easily they'll cancel you, and they'll just be like, you're out. Like, you if you don't play by their rules, then they're gonna cancel you. And I can see that happening. And I don't know how much like power Jon Favreau has, or like anyone like him, to be able to stop them from doing that, and for how long, because there's only so much that you can kind of like stop, when it comes to being a producer or whatever, because you're always fighting other people too within that same industry. So like, if somebody wants somebody fired, and you're, like, let's say, for example, who is the other guy? Filoni, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Filoni wants Gina fired, and Favreau doesn't. There's only so much that you can do when the other guy wants her gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it all comes down to Kathleen Kennedy. She's the one who gets to fire them, I believe.
And we all know how Kathleen Kennedy feels about certain things. So like, I don't see how far his protection is going to go at some point within this realm that we're living in. Like, maybe like, he's doing it so far, and I guess like it all depends on our contract, like how complicated a contract is, but I don't know. If they want to fire her, they won't renew the contract, and then it'll be that'll be that. They'll just recast. And it's not like people won't watch. There's people like me that won't watch, right? But like, let's say, for example, tomorrow Gina Carano gets recast, or like they fire her, But then they give you another 5 minutes of CG Luke. I mean, people are still gonna be like, "Yay, Luke is back!" Oh, fuck Gina Carano, like who the fuck she? Like, you know, like they're not gonna care. They'll just be like, "Whatever, Luke is back." You know, it's just like memories are fleeting. Yeti says cancel culture is going to get way worse. That's what Steeg says. It seems that way. It seems that way for sure. DJ Scandalous says they're already removing former generals and national security advisors. That is too far. Yeah. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Terminus S says, well, Jon has to protect her from getting fired. Well, yeah, I mean, I think he is at this point, but how long can he keep it up? Because what happens is, and this I've learned this through my talks with Joseph Malazzi, which I do on Dark Matter, like Dark Matter Mondays with Oval Nation, and he's producer. He was producer for Stargate. He's a showrunner for Dark Matter, and I learned this because, you know, he's really involved in the industry, and he talks about how there's certain things that, like, if you basically make a deal, like you want to keep a cast member, then there's other things that you're going to have to give up later on because you can't win everything. So then, like, you know, if you want a certain cast member, then you'll have to give up a plot point or like something you want to do in your story, or like if you want to do something, then you'll have to give that up because it's always a give and take. So this person will be like, yeah, you can get, you know, you can keep Gina Carano for now, but you won't get this later. And they'll have to be like, oh, okay. It's always a give and take. So how long he can keep that up, like, you know, and until and his work is not affected, like the show won't be affected because of the fact that he's protecting her. That's the question. Because the people who want to get rid of her will do things to basically tie his hand from doing things creatively. It's just it's a dirty business, man. It's like, you know, we talk about office politics and stuff like that sometimes. Like, you know, office politics can get really crazy. Well, office politics within big companies can even get crazier, right? Especially if you have kind of like a civil war going on, which seems to be the case in Lucasfilms.
No, it's a civil war. It's bullshit. There's no the art to the, what was it called? The art of the Mandalorian book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They got released. World Class Bullshitters did a video about it. Piles and piles of stuff in it contradicts the Civil War stuff.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Because Favreau and Filoni are talking about how they worked with Kennedy and how she was great to work with and blah, blah, blah. And that's an official book. So Civil War stuff.
Don't they have to say that, though, because they work with her? Like, you have to keep the lines of communication, and also, like, you can't be burning bridges if you're working for that company. And she's still
but it was no. There's no Civil War.
So you think they're just kind of like all on the same page? Yeah.
I mean, that speech Filoni did about the feminism, he's absolutely on Kathleen Kennedy's page.
Well, I think so too. That's why I'm saying, let's say if Filoni says, like, I want her gone, there's only so much that Favreau can do. There's only so much they all can do. So if she like one day Kathleen and Favreau Kathleen and Filoni come to Favreau and they're like, we want her gone. Like, I'm sorry, but her views are not the same as ours, and like blah blah blah. We want her gone. There's only so much you can do. He's not going to be like, no. He's going to do.
And if you look at the last episode of this season's Mandalorian, almost the whole episode was like Charlie's Angels girl power, and then you had Luke Skywalker for two minutes. If that had been in one of the sequel trilogy movies, people would have lost their shit. Mm-hmm. But because it was 2 minutes of Luke Skywalker, they're like, "Oh no, this is not woke." Well, yes, it is.
Well, see, I wouldn't know because I haven't watched the series. But this is what I'm talking about, though. If they give you Luke, like CG Luke for like 10 minutes and they're like, well, we're going to get rid of her, but we'll give you like another CG Luke for 20 minutes. People won't care. Like these Twitter
No.
people that are like, oh yeah, like Twitter people will be pissed. Like, no, they won't care because they'll have something else or they'll bring you someone else that you're like, oh, I love this person. Like, I think there was like a new talk about, what was it? Qui-Gon Jinn coming back. What was his name? Liam Neeson is in talks of coming back or something like that. Like, imagine they get rid of Carano and they bring back Liam Neeson.
Well, Liam Neeson's character is dead.
Yeah, but somehow they'll bring him back like a prequel series or like whatever, and people will be like, they'll be happy because they'll be like, oh, it's
Oh,
Liam Neeson.
member berries.
Yeah, member berries, exactly. But then they won't care about Gina anymore. They'll be like, well, whatever. She's gone, but we got this, right? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It's not like fans are all that.
Fans are full of shit because
they're not loyal. Like, they'll be like, whatever.
if you look at every time, there's a new Call of Duty game or whatever it is, people are pissed on Twitter, it's full of bugs and this game is shit, and never going to buy a Call of Duty game again. Then they keep playing that buggy game, and then they buy the next one with all the map packs and all the skins for the guns and all that.
Yeah. I just want to say a few hellos. I see the memes of distractions in the house. Hello, memes. Thank you for being here. Scott's here. Hi, Scott. Hey, Scott, if you want a link, I will send you a link. Please let me know, and I will send you one. I would love to talk to you. People's Front of Canada. Hello, I've never seen you here. Good to see you. Let's see here. Darren says, what's the feelings about Canada's People's Front? I don't know what's happening. And we have M Tax Shark says, Liam's good and woke too. He's a good boy. Yeah. I mean, well, so is the other guy too. What was his name? Ewan McGregor. He's super woke, and they have his series coming up. So I think they'll just, I don't know. I just don't see like how long they can keep up this whole like pretense of protecting Gina Carano. I don't know about all that. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow they'll be like, oh, we fired her. Bye. The memes of destruction says Lucasfilm is in California, then political activity is a protected class. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Cavatinho Chair Roar just dropped part 2 and 3 of her I love this book review of Light of the Jedi. I don't know what that is. Steve, do you know what that is?
It's one of the High Republic books.
Oh.
Someone loved that one. Wow.
Apparently Cavatinho Chair liked it. Well, that's good though.
No,
like
he liked her review.
Oh, her review Raw just dropped part 2 or 3 of her I love this book review. Okay. I don't know who that is, but whoever it is and enjoyed the content of this book or whatever, all the power to them. That's what I say about the Mandalorian. Hi. I don't know what happened. My internet went down or something. Oh my god. Another monster says Nina freezes just like John. It's true. My god. He's my mentor. And the other night, Jane was like, I was streaming with Jane, and she was like, "You picked up John's mannerisms," and I was like, I don't think I have. I think he's picked up mine, but maybe it's true. And then I feel like sometimes I do things like him, and then like sometimes I freeze, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just like John's streams. Like I've frozen at least once in my streams, and it's pretty funny. DJ says frozen in time. Yeah, infinitely frozen. Fuck. Oh my god. DJ said as soon as Kai shows up, the stream goes down. Damn it, Kai. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know what
I have found John's lookalike.
Is it what's his name? That rapper guy?
A rapper guy? No.
Yeah. What's his name? Chat, help me out. Everybody knows in chat.
I'll send you a picture to your inbox.
Okay. The chat knows who I'm talking about.
Oh, this is better.
Macklemore. And I didn't even need the chat.
There you go. Check your Twitter DM.
Okay. Oh my god.
You probably should share it too.
This before. I've shown him this before. Here, I'm gonna share this. And he laughed really hard.
Look at this. John talks. It's Vin Diesel with hair.
It's true. They look very similar. Hi, Apex. Apex says, "Don't let Armie Hammer eat you." Ew. Oh. See, that used to have a double meaning because I wouldn't mind. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna get into this. Okay. Kai says, "LOL, I've been here the whole time lurking." Creep. Yeah, Macklemore. Yeah, everybody knows John looks like Macklemore, but you know what though? This looks like him too. This looks like him too. DJ says, "Nina, you were frozen, but the mouse clicking was still going." LMO.
You know, it looks like he's about to shout something about cowbells.
That's funny. Is this from that movie Boiler Room?
Not sure.
Have you ever seen Boiler Room?
I think a long time ago.
I love that movie. I think that was.
It's from the early 2000s, isn't it?
Yeah, like late 90s, early 2000s. That was a great movie, I think. Like one of Vin Diesel's best, in my opinion. Apex says that's John Talks. Yeah.
Have you watched Pitch Black?
Of course, yeah. That's my other favorite Vin Diesel movie.
That one's awesome.
I love Pitch Black because it's such a great like horror sci-fi, and I really enjoyed it. And like I was talking about this the other night because Runner Studios was talking about how he hadn't seen Pitch Black, and then we were talking about this movie called The Quiet Place. Have you seen that?
Is that the one where they're not allowed to make sounds?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Did you like it?
Not really.
I didn't either. And I was like, see, that's like, to me, like it was okay. Like I didn't hate the movie. Like I was like, it was all right. Like, you know, but I thought it was ridiculous. Like in some senses, I was like, this is so stupid. Like this is such a ridiculous movie. And like, to me, Pitch Black is so much more superior than The Quiet Place. Like, it's like, if you want like a really good horror sci-fi where like there's a reason that move, like there's the reasons why those aliens are so much scarier and stuff like that, like makes sense in Pitch Black, whereas in The Quiet Place it doesn't quite do that.
Ever watch The Descent?
Yes, that movie's
That one
as shit.
That one is awesome.
I didn't like The Descent 2 as much, but like the first one was freaking, oh my God, that movie freaked me out.
I didn't know anything about it until I started watching. I was like, okay, it's about a bunch of women getting trapped in a cave, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And then like 20 or 30 minutes in, it's just boom.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I still like Pitch Black better than that movie too. Like, I like Pitch Black better than The Descent. I think Pitch Black is a very good movie. And it's my favorite Riddick movie. Like, I don't like, I'm not a huge fan of the Chronicles of Riddick, like in terms of like what they did with the story. Like, I was really excited for it because I love Riddick as a character, but I didn't like the sequels as much because I was like, they kind of fucked it up. DJ says, it's so weird to me when people say early 2000s and it was 20 years ago. I know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the 90s, because people are like, oh yeah, like the 90s are classic now. And I'm like, they are? And it's like 30 years ago. I was like, what?
Yeah. Star Wars Episode 1 will be 22 years old this year.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Apex has Descent, never seen it. Yeah, it's good. The first one's really, like, it's good in terms of like, it's creepy as shit. Like, if you like creepy, like horror monsters.
Basically, if you haven't seen it, don't read a word about it. Just get it, watch it. Just go in blind.
Yeah, definitely don't don't watch the trailer either, because it doesn't do it justice. I feel like it was one of those movies where like the trailer and the synopsis and stuff didn't do it justice. It was way better when you watched it, and I don't know. It's good for what it is. Like, it's just like, I mean, it's not the best movie of all time, but it was good. Pitch Black has that alien feel. It does. And I really, really like Pitch Black. Like, I remember I was like on the edge of my seat the entire movie for Pitch Black. Cavitino Che says, people say 80s are classic. That was early part of my childhood. Yeah, me too. I was born in 85. In fact, my birthday is coming up soon. January 28th, baby. January 28th.
I'm a 79 model.
Aw.
Yeah. Came out the same year Alien did.
My husband's 77. Same year Star Wars. Friends has been on Nick at Night for a while now. I love Friends. I'm actually rewatching Friends right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next article that I had up for.
Aren't they rebooting Friends now with a black cast? Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah, yes. There was an article about it not long ago.
Well, it's not Friends, but I think they're doing like something similar to it. But Friends is getting a reunion special, and it's going to be on HBO. And they're actually all reuniting, like the whole cast, everything, and everybody's going to be there. And I'm actually stoked for it. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I want to watch the reunion of Friends. I think it's probably going to suck shit, because they usually do. But I want to see it. Like, I want to see what happens. I love Friends. Friends is like, I grew up on that shit.
I want to see a Seinfeld reunion, but
they did that. They did that. You didn't see it?
No.
It was Curb Your Enthusiasm. Curb Your Enthusiasm season 8, I believe, was the Seinfeld reunion.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same characters.
Yes, it was.
Really?
Yeah. They
Kramer and George and stuff?
Everybody was in it. And so, like, you didn't I'm guessing you didn't see it, right?
No.
Yeah,
I haven't watched the show at all.
Oh my God, Stieg, you would love Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's so good. Larry David's a genius.
Hmm.
But like what happened was in season 8, because he's the creator of Seinfeld. So like what happened was in season 8, and like Curb Your Enthusiasm is the story about his own life and like the things that he goes through on a daily basis, and how he deals with everything. And you know how George's character is based on Larry David, like as a character, like he wrote himself, right? Um, so he
Actually,
basically,
I've seen a couple of episodes.
you have,
It's very yeah, it's like R-rated Seinfeld in a way.
yeah, yeah, and it's
Yeah,
very
because
good.
he was at a cinema or something, and there was like a fold on the front of his pants, so it looked like he had a
Mhm.
boner.
Yeah, like
And
he had a vault.
yeah, someone saw it, and
Yeah.
that was the episode.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really good. Like so in season 8, what happens is like he's going through like a like kind of like a separation with his wife, and in order to impress her, she's always like go back to work, go do something you love, like like do something. And he's like, in order to impress her, he goes and he wants to do the Seinfeld reunion because she always wanted him to like go back to work and do something. And so and he's like, I'm gonna like reunite the cast, and he does. And so they do the Seinfeld reunion within Curb Your Enthusiasm season 8. So it's kind of
Hmm.
like, and they have like the whole cast is there, and they have like somewhat like the episodes and stuff like that, but it's not like an actual Seinfeld episode that you see, but you see like how they make it, and they're all there. Like George is there, Elaine, Kramer, they're all there. Like and he had like the season's about how he gets them all to reunite and everything like that. And it's really good. It's just it's good. It's a good show. You would love Curb. You should watch it from the beginning though, because there's so much stuff happens in it. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's
So
been on
politically incorrect.
it's been on my back burner, I guess, for a few years, but never got around to watching it.
You'll love it because it's very politically incorrect. They
I
have
finally finished Vikings, though.
oh, okay. Did you like that show? I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's good. I think the
Hi,
last
Jane.
the last Kingdom is better. It's a bit the same. It's about Vikings
Hmm.
in England and all that, but I'm liking the last Kingdom more than Vikings. But
Do they
no,
have endings? Because I need an
yeah,
ending, Stieg. I
it
can't.
has it has an ending.
Okay, which one is this? The Vikings has an
Yeah,
ending?
yeah, Vikings has an ending. Not
Okay.
sure about the last Kingdom yet, because I'm not sure if it's finished. I've only watched 2 seasons. I think 4 of them are out now. So
I'm gonna have to start watching Vikings now. Look, Jane says Vikings is so good in caps. So
a
she's
friend of mine,
screaming.
a friend of mine is a descendant of the main character, Ragnar Lothbrok.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow. Kai says Vikings is hilarious. It's funny.
it's very hilarious when they're trying to pronounce the Viking names. Yeah, because they're not doing a good job.
Oh, that's funny. The last Jane says the Last Kingdom's still going. Okay, well, when it
Okay.
has an ending, I'll watch it. But I'll watch Vikings now.
Yeah.
Terminus says, Steve, do you watch The Expanse? He's only seen season 1, but you can answer
Yeah.
yourself.
I saw season 1 when it came out, and then I guess I just got sidetracked. So I need to start watching all of it again.
Mm. Yeah, you do.
But
It's
maybe
good.
I should wait till the final season though, and just binge it when I have all of it.
I almost feel like you should, because, well, I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
But season 6 is supposed to be the last season anyway. So you only have like basically 2 more seasons left. Like this season's going to be finished, season 5 is going to be finished, and then next year is season 6. But then again, Jane says The Expanse is so good. It is. It is. It's very good. This season leaves much to be desired for me, but it's still very good. It's just like, it's so weird to say this because The Expanse is really good. Like my favorite season is still season 1, but like if you like, there's so much shit on TV now that like this season of The Expanse, even though I feel like it's completely mediocre compared to the other seasons, is still so good compared to everything else that's on TV right now. Because everything else that's on right now is fucking complete garbage. So that's why I just feel like,
No, check out Vikings and the Last Kingdom, though. I think you might like them.
I will. I'm going to watch Vikings because it has an ending. Oh my. Cavatinho Chess says, does Vikings make you horny, baby? Yeah.
Well, I live in Norway, so I'm around Vikings.
Oh.
So, odds are one of the female ones have indeed made me horny at one point.
Oh my. DJ says Jane loves Ivar, and she responds.
It's pronounced Ivar.
Ivar.
Not Ivar. Yeah.
Ivar. Yeah.
They say
Ivar.
Ivar on the show though, which is hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. Ivar the Boneless.
Yeah, the Scandinavian I is pronounced like the English E.
Yeah, that's why I always wondered about your name, Stig, and then you said it's Stieg, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. So now I get it. The I is like an E. It's kind of like that in Spanish too. CMD Ed Straker of Shadow says, hello, Vikings is good, but do not expect any historical accuracy. Remember, Hollyweird gets 99.9999999% facts. Just enjoy the entertainment, not history. Oh, I usually do with those things.
Yeah, he is right.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect.
Well, some of the main events are there, but yeah, it's
it's usually like, it's pure fantasy.
Yeah, it's
kind of.
I think they tried to be accurate at the beginning, but then it's
I mean, like it's kind of like that with like for me and like with the Two Doors. Like I started watching the Two Doors and I'm on season 3 now. Like I'm mid season 3 and then I kind of took a break. But then like I feel like that show, even though it's like based on historical events, like it's not quite like, it's not it's not straight up like a documentary or something like that. Like, and they don't know. It's very like drama. And same thing with The Crown. Like it's kind of based on like the events that happen, but it's dramatized.
Ever watch Sharp?
Shark?
Sharp.
No.
Sharp with an E at the end. It's a series of TV movies starring Sean Bean.
Oh.
Yeah, I think there's 14 of them. It's about a rifleman troop during the Napoleon War. It ends at Waterloo.
I've never heard of this before.
It's like Hornblower, but it's on land.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awesome. You have Daniel Craig has a guest part in it, and a bunch of others that are now famous. And 14 movies, and Sean Bean doesn't die.
That's funny. He doesn't die. What's it called? Jane says Crown is epic. Yeah, I really like it too. Like I enjoy it. I enjoy watching it, but I know it's not like completely like factual, like it's dramatized to a certain extent. It's not like, everything that's about history usually is. Darren says TV shows now remind me of shows in the 70s where average shows look spectacular. Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly how I feel about it. Mind you, like The Expanse is a little above average, but I'm just saying like this season, uh, to me, it is like it's just it's not as good as the other seasons, but also it's better than everything else out there. Um, Curtis says, Steeg, have you ever seen the movie Mortal that came out a couple of months ago? I thought it was a hidden gem of 2020.
Never even heard of it, but I'll add it to my list of stuff to check out.
Yeah, me too. You've told me about this before. I gotta do that. Mortal. Huh. Yeah, I gotta definitely check this out. I'd never even heard of this before. Let's see. Jane, I sent you a link. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. Pop on, you bastard.
Oh my god. Apex says, yeah, Game of Thrones is not real either. Yeah. But that's definitely not based on like real fiction, whereas in The Crown is based on, real people. DJ says, well, they did find skeletons and giants, so it's pretty true. It's partly true. I guess that's yeah. I guess. But the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, or talk about in general with everyone, is the fact that Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem are eyed to play Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, with Aaron Sorkin directing, being the Ricardos for Amazon Studios. Have you heard about this?
No. I think I've only watched it's the I Love Lucy stuff, right?
Yeah, it's I Love Lucy.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of episodes a long time ago. I just know she's annoyingly loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, I love Lucy. I love Lucy. And she is annoying and obnoxious. That was her act. Lucille Ball is also the mother of Star Trek because she saved Star Trek when they canceled it. She was so famous that she basically went to the studios and she said, Gene Roddenberry is my friend and you have to give him a shot. And because of her, they brought back Star Trek. So she's the mother of Star Trek. I admire her, and I think she's a great woman. And her show was very funny. It was extremely funny. And I personally just can't see Nicole Kidman playing Lucy. I just can't. I can't see her, and I can't even see her playing Lucille Ball. I don't know if she'll do it justice.
You know who would be good for Lucy? The blonde lady in that what's it called? Glow on Netflix, the Western Girls.
Okay, I've never seen that.
Yeah, she was in a movie called The Hunt last year as well.
Oh,
really good. She I can't remember her name, but excellent actress. I could see her pulling that off.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look her up. But let's see, exclusive. I don't even know if they're like talking about making a Lucy revival, or if this is like about a biopic of their life or something. Let's see. Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem are negotiations to play Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz in Amazon, and Aaron Sorkin being the Ricardos. The film's about the relationship between the I Love Lucy stars. Okay, so it's not an I Love Lucy show. She would play actually like Lucille Ball, not Lucy. Having penned the screenplay, Academy Award winner, Sorkin also will direct the film from Amazon Studios and Escape Artists. The film is set during one production week of I Love Lucy, Monday table read through Friday, audience filming when Lucy and Desi face a crisis that could end their careers and another that could end their marriage. Escape artists Todd Black, Jason Blumenthal, and Steve Tisch will produce. Executive producers are Yenna Block, David Bloomfield of Escape Artists, Stuart Blesser, blah, blah, blah. I don't know any of these people. Sorkin originally was going to pen the script only when Kate Blanchett was circling, but after enjoying himself on the drama The Trial of the Chicago 7, he decided to attach himself as a director as well over the summer. After the Trial of the Chicago 7 bout on Netflix in October, being the Ricardos began to gain momentum with Kidman and Bardem quickly interested in the couple behind TV's First Family. Deals still need to close for both actors, but even if and when they do, when production will start is still up to the air as the pandemic continues to push productions throughout the country. Blah, blah, blah. Ben Affleck to direct adaptation of Keepers of the Lost Cities for Disney. What the hell is this? I just read this headline as well. Like what? Ben Affleck to direct adaptation of Keeper of the Lost Cities. Have you ever heard of this Keeper of the Lost Cities situation?
No. Hey, did you like Cobra Kai?
Yeah, I did.
Well, there's talk of a spin-off.
They're already talking about a spin-off for that?
Yeah, about Kreese, his backstory.
Oh, I wouldn't be interested in that.
Really?
Yeah. I don't really care about Kreese. I think he's a psycho.
Yeah. Now we get to see why he is one, I guess.
But they already showed that, though.
Oh, yes, Cavatanio. I did meet Betty Gilpin. That's the name of the actress that I wanted to play Lucy, but that would be for a Lucy movie though, not a movie about the actress.
Well, I guess she's going to be playing both because it's about her doing a reading when she's doing Lucy. So she'll be doing both. She'll be playing Lucille Ball as Lucy. Like that's like as her playing Lucy. That's going to be weird. Live at Love Shack says, greetings. Hello. Greetings to you, my friend.
Apex Comics says Christina Hendricks would be good as Lucy. You know who she would be good as? Poison Ivy. Christina Hendricks as Poison Ivy.
I don't know who that is. Let's see.
She's busty. She was on Firefly, the one, the con lady. She was in 2 episodes.
Oh. Why is my keyboard is not working? Well, I mean, I think it is working, but you know what it is? It's probably running out of battery. Oh, I love Christina Hendricks. She was in Mad Men.
Yeah,
and she's very busty.
She would have made a great Poison Ivy, I always thought.
I agree with you, Stieg, and I agree that she would make a good Lucy as well. I think she would.
Yeah.
Have you seen her new show? No. It's called Good Girls, I think. She's in that.
Isn't that yeah, but it's not her show, is it?
Well, she's like the main character.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's all right. It's entertaining. Like, it's not the best, but she's hot, so I want it because I like her. I only watched it because of her. That's the only reason I watched it. I was like, I'm only watching this because I love you. Christina Hendricks would be great in anything. I agree because she's so pretty. I'm so into her.
She had to quit her job as a teacher because every time she turned around, she wiped the blackboard clean.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Thank God. Jane Theory says, I hope they do not race swap her. Are you talking about Lucy? Well, apparently she's gonna be Nicole Kidman. That I don't know, man. I don't know if I can see Nicole Kidman being Lucy. I mean, I like Nicole Kidman. I think she's a good actress, but I just don't see her being Lucy. But maybe that's just me. Apex says Good Girls is great. Yeah, it was good. I mean, the third season's like it's getting a little, but I like it. I like it. Yeah, see, he watches it for Christina as well. Yeah, because I was a huge fan of her in Mad Men. I really liked her. I was like, I'm into this girl. Have you seen Mad Men, Steve?
No.
Oh, what? Mad Men's great. I love Mad Men. It's so good. I think you would like that movie. I think you would like that series, Steve, because it's well, I mean, it's based in the '60s. It's very pretty. It's a good show.
Hmm. Yeah. There's too many good shows. That's the problem.
It's true. It's true. But I mean, like, if I was gonna tell you to watch something like, like Good Girls versus Mad Men, obviously I would tell you to watch Mad Men because Mad Men is so much better, like on so many levels. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's just good in a different way. Like, for example, like if you want good sci-fi, you got to watch The Expanse. But if you want like a good historical fiction, then Mad Men is like where you need to go. It like you need to be in the mood. I feel like sometimes you're in the mood for like sci-fi, or like sometimes you're in the mood for like certain things.
Yeah. As long as it's good, though, I'll watch most stuff.
Well, there you go. Now you have
So,
two shows that you need to watch now.
I have Babylon 5 as well.
Oh yeah, and Babylon 5. But that's sci-fi. That's sci-fi.
Yeah, and I need to catch up on The Last Kingdom. I've got two or three seasons to go there, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
How many seasons is Vikings?
6.
Oh man, that's a lot. How many episodes in each?
I think it varies. The last season had 20 though.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Is it like really violent?
At times, but there's it's fairly violent.
Okay. So it's kind of like Game of Thrones violence, like.
Well, there's more battles actually. There's a hell of a lot of battles.
Well, they are Vikings.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Good actors on it. Very good actors.
I've wanted to check it out for a while. It was one of those shows where I was like, I'll watch it when it ends. And now that you're telling me it has an ending, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Season 1 was a bit slow, I remember, but picks up. And yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that I have something good to watch now. But yeah, so that's all I had to talk about. I just want to talk about like the weird Armie Hammer news and all that good stuff. Everything's weird. Yeah. So yeah, that's that's all I got.
Lethal Weapon 5 is happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Is it gonna be with
the whole gang?
The whole gang? Oh, great.
Yeah.
I love
Richard Donner's directing, and he's written the script, and everything's ready to go. It starts shooting this year, actually.
Oh.
It's going to be called Lethal Finale.
Aw, that's good. I'm glad that they're going to be all in it. Clobber and Tom says, yes, Babylon 5 is great. Yeah, Babylon 5 it's one of a kind. I don't think there's ever going to be anything like Babylon 5 ever again.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to reboot it.
Yeah, but the original Babylon 5, I don't think there's ever going to be anything like it ever again. Apex says, I wish I had more time to watch shows between drawing comics. I wish I can stream shows in my dreams when I sleep. Maybe soon, man. Maybe soon. One of these, when Elon Musk comes up with the neural net or whatever the hell it's called, neural link, we'll be doing all that kind of stuff. Cavatinho Chat says, Deborah Messing would be a great casting as Lucy. She has already done a tribute to her last year. Wait, who's that? Deborah Messing.
She's kind of like Alyssa Milano now. She's angry on Twitter.
Oh no. Who is that? I'm so bad with names. Oh, her. She's like girl from Will and Grace. Yeah, I saw her as well. I mean, I saw her picture as Lucy, and I'm still like, yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not really into her all that much. Maybe though. I mean, I think she would be better than Nicole Kidman. I'll be perfectly honest, because I just don't think Nicole Kidman would be a good cast for this. But then again, Nicole Kidman has surprised me before, so
She's a good actress.
yeah.
I think she might have a bad agent though, because she has a tendency to be good in shit movies.
That's very true. I'm trying to like show you the picture for this because fucking stupid ad blocker. Pause on this page. Stupid Daily Mail wouldn't let me go into the thing unless I block my ad blocker. I was trying to show people this picture of Deborah Messing as Lucy. God, there's so many ads on this page. You're ridiculous, Daily Mail. Okay, here it is. Yeah, there she is as Lucy. I mean, she looks great, but makeup can do a lot, and I haven't seen her actually act as Lucy, but I don't know. I mean, I know Nicole Kidman can act, so maybe she'll act well. I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, God knows when this is going to come out. But that's the other thing too. I don't think it's just her acting as Lucy. She's going to be acting as Lucille Ball, acting as Lucy. That's like, there's range to this. Kai says Babylon 5 is an amazing work of art. It really is. Have you started it at all, Steve, or are you like getting into it?
No, I haven't started it at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it takes a minute to get used to, I think, like first couple of episodes, but just push through, man. Push through. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Meme says News Radio. That was one of my favorite shows. Have you ever seen News Radio?
No, I haven't.
It's an old sitcom. Actually, that's I think one of Joe Rogan was on News Radio very early on in his career. Apex says, imagine Lucy coming unglued on Twitter. I feel like everybody is Lucy now on Twitter. They're all like, like they're just like constantly crying over everything. It's bad. Everyone's become like Lucy. Clobbering Times says, actually, JMS has given some long and convoluted explanation as to why legally Babylon 5 cannot be rebooted. Hope he's right. Well, thank God. Because it's a special show. They should never reboot that show.
So someone told me it's going to be on HBO Max in a few months.
I think that's a crock of shit, Steve. Let me see.
Babylon 5.
Let's see. Babylon 5 reboot. Oh my God, this keyboard.
No, it's not. It's not a reboot. They're putting the Babylon 5 show on HBO Max.
Oh, I thought you meant like reboot.
No.
Oh, well, I can see that. They should put it on HBO Max or something, because more people need to see that show. That show's amazing. Page Unknown says, check out Nicole Kidman in Destroyer. It's she plays a sleazy cop. Okay. I'll check that out. Destroyer. Oh my God, my keyboard is just losing its mind right now. It's like, when you have oh my God, Destroyer. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not watching this movie. I'm not interested in Nicole Kidman looking so weird, and I can't watch movies like this. It's like watching Monster with what's her name? That hot chick.
Oh, she looks like what the hell? She looks like she's done meth.
Yeah,
Looks
she
like a
does.
yeah. She looks. Oh, it's a swamp ass bitch. That's what she looks like.
It's like, why would I want to watch this? No, not really interested. Yeah, I've seen commercials for it, and I'm like, ugh.
She looks like a young Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, it says when Erin Bell was a young cop, she was given an undercover assignment that ended badly and destroyed her life. Let me guess, she became a meth head. She must face her demons and to make peace with her past. Yeah, I'm not interested in this movie in the least. People playing meth heads is like not in my like. That's not my jam.
Well, maybe they're method actors.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You're the worst, but also the best. Kai says the first season is slow and the effects aren't as good, but doesn't diminish from the quality of the show. That's what I said too, Kai. It takes it takes a minute to get used to in Babylon 5 because the production level is high or low at the beginning. And it's like they definitely improve in the subsequent seasons because they get more money, they get more budget, but it just takes a minute. And then and the story is just so good that you lose yourself after a while. You don't even care. You're like, I don't care how crappy
Some,
this looks, this story is way too good.
sometimes bad effects adds to it. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh, Even if it looks like shit sometimes, but you can tell they're doing the best they can with what they got. It adds a lot of heart and soul to it.
I agree, and that's exactly what Babylon 5 is. Apex Comics says Charlize Theron. Yes, Charlize Theron and Monster. I was like, what am I watching? Like, why? Like, why is this happening to my eyeballs? Uh, Darren M says, if you want an updated Lucy, well, look no further than Katie Griffin, though I'm not keen on her where I did like Lucy or Kathy Griffin. Oh, I freaking hate her. No.
Looks
Hell
like a
no, Darren.
looks like a turkey.
No, I'm so not interested in Kath. Like, I way prefer Nicole Kidman than Kathy Griffin. I freaking hate Kathy Griffin. No. Babylon 5 first season is like watching an old 80s video game. Yeah, I guess so, in a way. It's dated, but it's so good. It's so good. So
You
good.
know, you know what I want to watch again? Xena the Warrior Princess. That was a
Yes,
that was a fun show,
that was a
and
fun show.
the writing got really good after a while too.
It did.
After season two, started having an actual storyline instead of filler episodes.
Yeah, I really like season, I think 3 or 4. Like it gets really it gets really good because there's continuity and like it gets really good. And then they have like the swap episodes with Hercules, like they combine, what's it called? They have both people in it.
Crossovers.
The crossovers. Thank you. I can't even think. Hey, Will's here. Hi, Will. Who wants to join me for dinner? Got a couple nice hearts from the hookers I picked up this afternoon. Should be yummy. Oh God, is that like Armie Hammer's pickup line? Gross,
They're
Will.
called tart hearts.
Ugh, so gross, you guys. Those fresh hearts still oozing blood. Ew, Will. That's so gross. I was having a conversation on Twitter with Will today uh, about this situation. This is why I chose to go live because Will was like, like we can't. Will and like Storyman Jack kind of like, we can't really judge, and also like we don't know what the full story is, all that stuff. And I was like, I don't care. It's still gross. Like I can't even get this off my. It's so freaking gross. Like on so many levels. It's just like I'm just like no. I'm glad you're having a good time, Jane. laughing at my damn misery because I was like, this Armie Hammer situation. Like if you, oh my God, like on my page, I have a reaction video to that movie that I was talking about, Rebecca, that stars him on Netflix. And like when you could see my reaction to him, like when he came on stream, and I was like, oh my God, Armie Hammer, he's so hot. And then now I'm like, like that's so gross. He's so gross. If that's true. Ew. I don't want to see that, Apex. No. Darren says Babylon 5 is great. I did not realize for the longest time that Bill Robinson was linear. Yeah. One of the greatest characters, one of the most amazing characters and character arcs of all time, linear. I'm not going to say much because Steve hasn't seen it yet, so I'm not going to say anything. Will says, oh, it's gross AF, like I said, but it's a turn on for some people. That is gross. Like I can't even.
It's a turn on for the stove.
I can't even understand how that's a turn on for some people. Like it's just so weird. People are weird. Oh my God. Like I just want to scream this.
You know, we're living in a society. We're supposed to act in a civilized way.
It's not good when someone gets consumed by their, boyfriend.
Yeah, no, it's not good at all.
Don't get too consumed, people.
Will says Armie Hammer is one of those people whose name I've heard a lot, but I have no idea what he looks like. You don't? Well, I mean, he's really good looking. That's the problem. And now I'm starting to think that, he reminds me now of like Ted Bundy, because it's like Ted Bundy was super good looking, but it turned out that he was a freak that murdered people. I don't think Armie Hammer's murdered anyone, but apparently he's into all sorts of crazy shit. This is what he looks like. Well, there you go. Armie Hammer gets transported to Babylon. No, Apex. We don't need any cannibals on Babylon 5.
He isn't good girls because he eats them and thinks they're good.
Will says the cutting and licking up the blood. I mean, not the actual cannibalism. The actual cannibalism goes away past just a kink. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was saying that earlier. Like I don't care if you're like into like weird BDSM shit. Like, and like even when you're like the article was talking about it, and they were like, oh yeah, like he likes to choke girls without having sex. And I'm like, okay, well, some people are into kink. Like like they're into that. That's different than I like to eat your toe. Like like I like to chop it off and eat it. Like that's kind of like they're on. Like you could have a safe word for when you're like into like doing kinky stuff. But like when you're talking about like chopping people's shit off and eating it, that's totally different level. Like I'm like, no. Yeah, just another generic TV pretty boy. That's exactly, yeah, pretty much. Just like blonde pretty boy, looks hot. You could see my reaction to him in the Rebecca trailer reaction that I did. And I was like, oh my God, he's so hot. Because I really liked him in that movie, The Man from UNCLE, which was a great movie with Henry Cavill. And I still want to suggest people to watch it, but now I can't because now it's like I know he's a cannibal and he's in it. And that's weird. Well, maybe he's not. Allegedly. Because technically we don't know. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna begin to end this stream because we've been going for like 2.5 or 2 hours and 15 minutes. And later tonight, I'm going to be on John Talks' channel at 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna go eat some food, and yeah, and just I'll be on John Talks at 9, hanging out. We'll be talking politics. We'll be talking all the crazy shit that's going on in the world. And oh yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, I'm gonna be on the Queen's Council with Mads Mama Bear. It's the Queen's Council. What's the word? 1 year anniversary. 1 year anniversary, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. All the queens will be there. We're gonna have lots of fun. Please come to her channel and watch that. Maybe Stieg we'll send you a link if Mads wants to, and
Depends on when it starts, because I'm sleeping at normal hours now.
oh, okay.
So
It's
if
like
it starts
9:15 ish or something.
Eastern?
Yeah.
No, that would be 3 in the morning my time. So
Ooh, that's late. Okay, so yeah.
no
Well,
can
then
do. I'll be sleeping.
you'll be sleeping. Okay, well, you can totally catch the replay or something. I don't know. But yeah, so 9, I think actually it's 9:30 EST. So we'll be hanging out. It'll be fun. And then Friday, I'll be doing Infinite Hope, which is Good News Fridays. Especially because I did this live stream today where we talked about all sorts of weird, dark stuff. We're definitely going to need to balance that out. I'll be balancing that out on Friday with some good news. And then Saturday, it's going to be the Rogue Entertainment crew again on my channel, where I'll be celebrating my 1K subscribers stream. That's going to be so much fun. And the Rogue crew will be here. And I've invited a couple more people. We'll see if they say yes. But yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun. That's also at around, or actually that's like around 7, Stieg. So that should be maybe on your time. You might be able to make that one. Yay! I know, Jane. Jane's gonna be there for the Rogue Crew celebration stream. It'll be fun. Will says, yeah, I'm all for freaky stuff and kinks. God knows I have enough of my own, but cutting off someone's toe and keeping it in a jar is just weird as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't put it in a jar. You should put it in a plastic bag.
Ew, Steve, quit giving them hints. I remember when they did that, all the press gave them so much crap for it. Oh God. Oh, I think he's responding to Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie. Yes, I remember that too. That was fucking gross.
You know what? I always thought it was Billy Bob that was the weirdo, but later on, it just might have been Angelina.
I think they're both weird as shit.
Yeah.
But especially her. She was weird. They're both weird. But yeah, so
she's a twat.
She's weird. The Zardos, thank you. Says great job, everyone. Well, thank you so much. This was fun. This was a fun stream. I like hanging out with Stieg. Stieg is always fun, especially for his puns. Yeah, 7 for me would still be 1 a.m. for Stieg, but Stieg sometimes goes to bed like late, so I don't know. If he wants to be there, he can be there. But yeah, so that's it, guys. That's all I got. So catch me later on John Talks 9 ESD. We'll be doing Infinite Talk. If you care about U.S. politics, that's mostly what we'll be talking about. There's a lot of stuff going on there, so a lot to unpack. But yeah, okay. So thank you so much. Thanks, Stieg, for being here. Did you want to plug your channel? Tell everybody where they can find you.
No, but I would like to plug OG Star Wars' channel.
Okay, yeah, she's a fellow queen. She will be there tomorrow, probably.
She and I are doing the weekly coffee chat tomorrow at let's see, noon. Is it noon Eastern?
Is it? Yeah, because she's 9 Pacific, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So noon Eastern.
We'll be talking about 2 more Star Wars comics, old ones. Always
nice.
fun. And yeah, we do that every week. We're doing it for oh crap. It's been quite a few now.
Yeah, you guys have been going for a while with that show. I'm
Yeah.
just getting her channel so I can put it in the chat. One
Yeah, and
second here.
once per month we also do a book talk thing. So you have a month to read a book, and then I think it's around 3 o'clock Pacific or something like that. We have Teresa on, and sometimes Rev Kev and other people, and
Oh,
we do a book talk. So
oh, I
that,
love that. So you guys have like a kind of like a book club.
yeah, every month,
That's awesome.
and we announce the book beforehand. Like
Is it always a Star Wars book, or do you guys do
yeah,
like
always a
regular
Star
books?
Wars book, but
Okay.
there might be a Lord of the Rings thing though eventually, because Alora just bought the Lord of the Rings trilogy and she's never read it before.
Yeah, I heard from Teresa that she's going to be starting to read it soon. That's cool.
Yeah, so she might want to do something with that. I don't know, but usually though, when we have a book talk thing, we put up a poll on Twitter with four
Mm-hmm.
books, and people get to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Um, During the book talk itself, we announce the winner. So it's basically everyone go read this book, and you have a month. So
I'm with Will on this because he says, "LOL, a month to read a book. I still haven't finished the book from the very first book club about 50 months ago." I'm a slow reader. Like I'm bad. Like I read slow, and I'm very busy. So it just sometimes it doesn't happen for days.
I
And
I ended up on well, including graphic novels and audiobooks, I ended up on 66 books last year.
see, like I definitely need to step up my game. I think like I think I was like, I don't know, maybe maximum 12 books or something like that.
It's,
Uh
use Goodreads. It's basically the IMDb of books, but
I did.
you set up
And
a reading challenge.
I was, and then what happened was I joined the writing community. This is a long story, but basically, long story short, uh, Goodreads is like next level filled with SJWs. And especially if you're an author, which I highly recommend you don't make a Goodreads author profile because the SJWs will go and trash your Goodreads profile and like completely basically, you know, like make you like lose business and stuff like that, especially if you're an author that's starting out. So I stopped supporting Goodreads. That's one long story short, because I found out a lot of weird stuff about them, and they're really bad, and they censor people, and they're like totally on that whole other side of things. And they started early. Like if this was way like a few years ago, way even before I started, like joined the fandom menace, I found out about this. It was crazy. So that's why I'm like, I'm kind of like down on Goodreads now. But yeah, it's just a
I
personal thing.
I just use it for the reading challenge anyway.
I know I used to use it for the reading challenge too, but it still doesn't change the fact that like I read slow. So then the reading challenge made me feel bad about myself too, because I feel like no, I just totally failed my challenge. Uh, I was like, shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just different. That Star Wars books are not for everybody. They're definitely not for me personally, but I like some people really love them, like Stieg. But yeah. So, anyways, check out OG Star Wars' channel. She's great. She's a queen. She's into OG Star Wars.
Oh yeah, he
Stieg.
is very much into that.
Yeah, and if you like that kind of stuff, check them out. Yeah, and Apex Comics says Bo Jiden will be there. That's his comic. He has a comic called Bo Jiden. You guys go check it out. It's funny. It should be funny. But yeah, so everybody have a great day. Have a great night. check out Queen's Council tomorrow, Mads' channel. Check out Steve and OG Star Wars. And yeah, thank you for joining me today. It was really fun to hang out. And yeah, thanks everybody. Bye bye.
It was a very filling experience.